Everybody. Today we're going to expand 1 over 19, and we're going to go left to right, okay? We're going to go left to right, and there's a term in Vedic math that's useful for these type of problems, and it's called the ekadika, and that means one more than the one before. The logic is we're essentially dividing by 20, which is kind of like dividing by 2, and then because we can just worry about the shifting of the decimal later. So one more than the one before is 2, okay? Because one more is talking about the 1 which is before the 9, and one more than that is 2. So that's going to be kind of our magic number, okay? And so we're essentially dividing by 2, and we could also multiply by powers of 10, and make adjustments. So the numerator could be thought of as 1, 10, 100, 1,000, okay? So the way this works is we're going to start with the decimal. We know it's around 0.05, slightly more than that. So let's start with the 0, okay, point. Now, I'm going to put a 10 to start, kind of like I'm dividing. You can kind of think of it this way. If you were to divide 1 divided by 19, you would kind of do this, right? Then you say 0 times, then how many times is this going to here, and so on and so forth. So you kind of are dividing, 10 by 2, 100 by 2. It can be thought of as that. So we're starting right here, 10, and we're going to divide by 2, so I get 5. Okay? Now, what's 5 divided by 2? You put the quotient here. Quotient's 2, remainder right here. Okay? 12 divided by 2, 6. 6 divided by 2, 3. 3 divided by 2 is 1 with a remainder of 1. 11 divided by 2 gives you a remainder. It gives you a quotient of 5, remainder of 1. 15 divided by 2 gives you 7 with a remainder of 1. 17 divided by 2 gives you 8 with the remainder of 1. And now we have 18 divided by 2. By the way, we're at our halfway point. Whenever our denominator minus our numerator is 18, whenever that occurs, we know we are at our halfway point, okay? So let's just continue. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 9 divided by 2 is 4, remainder 1. 14 divided by 2 is 7. 7 divided by 2 is 3, remainder 1. 13 divided by 2 is 6, remainder 1. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. And we stop here. Another interesting fact to know is that if the denominator of a fraction ends in 9, we have a unit fraction that ends in 9, we know the last digit of the recurring decimal is going to end in 1. So we can put a big bar over it to indicate that we're repeating. Okay. And also want to show you guys that if we were to continue, we would see that we get the same numbers, okay? Because 1 divided by 2 is 0 with the remainder of 1. I'm going to write a little smaller so we see. So we're back at this step right here, okay? So everything would repeat. So here's our answer, okay? Good job. We can go left to right or right to left. And we can do this problem using the flag division method as well, okay? Good job. Keep practicing. You'll get better.